So that was a good match.
So this is probably one of the best angles of him actually doing it. Goes down. Now, obviously, you don't normally want to be sticking dirt.
Alright guys, what's going on? It's Joe with Lone Wolf Paintball. I'm here with my Uncle Mark. We're about to do PbNation News. What's happening in paintball? I'm filling in today for Tony, so sorry if you don't like me. If you do, I appreciate the support. If you don't, fair enough. You'll get to see Tony next week. So
I was going to do it by myself, but Joe was like, you don't know anything about paintball. That's going to be really weird. So here he is. So
here we
kicking
go.
off,
Give it a spin.
I get my news from PbNation. You get your news from PbNation?
Yeah, I grew up on PbNation, man. I mean, before Facebook, before all, the MySpace and the tweet box and, the Snapgram and all that type of stuff. Yeah. PbNation was it. That's literally where we did everything on paintball. We sold guns, got news. You had your team forums that once you got to 100 pages, the system would start you over with a new, whole new thread and all that type of stuff. So now, man, PbNation is near and dear to my heart. So,
all right. So diving into this, first off, there's been a little controversy in the forums about the NPL. Before we get into what the controversy is, if you don't know what the NPL is, it's a budding, blooming, starting off
something
paintball league, maybe a new competitor for the NXL.
I feel like it's an idea,
okay,
more than.
They haven't had an actual event yet.
They haven't had an event. I don't think they haven't really had anything. No updates. No this. No that. The other. So I'd personally classify it in the idea stage.
Okay.
And that's kind of what everyone's kind of getting at. The heat's getting cranked up, so they came out. Was it end of last season, I believe it was, they announced, hey, we're going to be starting this new professional league, National Paintball League, NPL, pro division. It was supposed to be strictly pros.
But it was supposed to be a league more for the players. I had gotten reached out to because they were looking for media. They wanted footage of the pits and things for their own hype, and I never sent it because I'm like, why would I send you NXL footage to promote your league? That just seemed weird to me. But
yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of NXL logos in the pits trying to promote your league or something. But
yeah, and then it kind of died off, the news and the amount of hype around it. But there's been some speculation, some mudslinging. Basically, we got it on the screen right now. You can see it. NFR 6 whatever random numbers. Maybe it's a zip code. I'm not sure. Is the reason it hasn't taken off is how sad the industry blacklists a new paintball business in paintball, or blacklists a new paintball.
New business in paintball.
I can't read, guys. I'm old.
So everyone's turning up the heat on them. Hey, what's good? Like, you guys shouldn't have this league, like dates, info, like what's going on. So apparently it's being said that they've been blacklisted. I don't know exactly what that means. So when we start, scrolling down, someone's like, I don't think that necessarily happened. Takes a lot of logistic, huge dollar investment, sponsors, which is all true. I mean,
just their local league. You and Chris spent a significant amount of money to get that going.
Yeah, and just the amount of time, and we're not running a national series. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money, equipment, coordination. Mm-hmm. I mean, we put together checklists before events, and it's a lot of things that need to be pulled together. So
a couple guys defending it, like we're saying now. Oh, I don't think so. I think it takes time. It takes money. Nafar comes back with, no, the industry does it all the time. It's the reason the sport doesn't grow, man. The sport's being held down by the man. And conspiracy theories. And good old John, our buddy John, the man, PbNation himself, dresser.
Call it like it is. So call him out. Who exactly blacklisted the NPL and how? So
we need names. Names, places, times.
I like it, man. You go to the source and say, all right, well, let's hear it. There's a problem. Like, let's not put vague statuses and, whatnot of what you thought. So, hasn't been any response yet. The whole blacklist thing, so you're telling me people don't want to take your money? That's, I don't know. It sounds kind of weird.
Most people will take your money. They may not give you the perks that some of the established people will give you right off the rip, but they're more than likely going to, I can't even see GI being like, we're not selling you paint. You know, they're like, fuck yeah, you want to buy cases and cases of our paint to shoot at your tournament? Here you go. Thank you, please.
Yeah, and if GI says no, then Valken will. And if Valken says no, then APX will.
And HK. And, I mean,
if APX says no, then they'll go to the endless manufacturers in Korea, and one of those guys will definitely...
Some Walmart brand will definitely throw their paint in the mix. But Willy Wonka had some great takes.
This guy had us
this
rolling.
Was awesome. He calls himself a registered sexy offender. The Y is very important. Interesting take. Here's his theory. Number 1, NPL was blacklisted by NXL's major sponsors. Ooh, shots fired.
I can see that.
But number 2, number 1 isn't true. It sounds like a good starting point, though. That cracked us up. That was good. Number 3, it's more likely an underfunded idea that was established emerging pro league, and all we got are hopes up for nothing.
I like number 3. I think number 3, I mean, not to throw shade at these guys, but I think number 3 is probably the most accurate, which, hey, dude, I get it. Everyone has big ideas and big dreams, and, you know, dude, it's just budgets add up quick. You say, oh, yeah, I can do this.
Well, there's a lot of logistics to it. Think of even like a big game. Like, hey, let's hope we can get 1,000 players this year to X event, and it doesn't happen. Imagine if you're like, hey, I'm going to get 50 teams to sign up to play 5-man X-ball, and people are like, why would I join your league? I don't care. You know,
you got to have perks. You got to do it. It's a lot, man.
Yeah.
I mean, people just say, oh, yeah, I can run a league. And that, I mean, goes for the NXL, too. I mean, everyone says, like, oh, man, they could do it so much better. Well, guess what? There's been you know, the old, you know, Lively series stuff back in the day, to the MPPL, to the PSP, to NXL, to all these different leagues, and guess what? Everyone always says they can do it better. The players say, man, we're tired of this bull crap, we're going to the new thing, and then it's expensive, guys. It's an expensive sport. It's a lot of work. I mean,
and competition's good. I like competition. It's good to have other people trying and doing things. That's how you bring about change in anything, whether it's a sport or business or government. So hopefully these guys just hit a couple road bumps and they'll still pull something out, and we'll have a new league and tournament to talk about and maybe partake in. But if it doesn't, you know, it doesn't. Maybe they'll try something else later. But number 4 is probably my favorite.
Number 4, somehow, this is all GI's fault, and Sloviak will be here any minute to defend them, dude. Yeah, we were cracking up on that because obviously nowadays anything goes bad, just when people say thanks Obama, it's the paintball version is thanks GI.
Yep.
So fair enough. Everyone, and obviously Nick's a loyal guy, good employee, and doesn't mind playing fast and loose on the keyboard. So. Gotta appreciate it.
So,
there we go. And that's Sloviak chiming in, 4-leaf for life. Down with GN, their monopoly. Paintball's dying. The NXL's only doing this for the millions upon millions of dollars they make off poor, overworked, intelligent players.
Loud noises. Loud noises.
How'd I do?
Good job, Nick.
Gotta love Sloviak, man. Guy always keeps it interesting.
Kind, positive words on PbNation.
Thanks. So
that's it. We'll keep posted if anything new comes up with that. But go through the forum, go through the feeds. Always something interesting in the conversations.
You got to dig in there.
Moving on to something less dramatic and less drama. I'll go back to the home page so we can see the picture. Cowabungas are back. The Cowabunga grill mass. Who knew?
So at first everyone's like, wait, what do you mean? They're doing a rerun? They're really going to do us like that?
Yeah, 2,000 more masks hitting the market. Your current Cowabungas are worthless, but I'll buy them from you right now for $25.
Shipped.
Yes, shipped. Nickel on the dollar I'll pay you for your Cowabungas. Get rid of them now because there's going to be masks. I'm just kidding, guys. So, obviously, the Cowabunga series are only 250 of each of the masks, or was it total? I'm not sure which.
I think it was 250 of each. Or, well, actually, not. It was supposed to be 250 in the U.S. and 250 in Europe.
But was that of each color? And there was 4 turtles, colors. And then there was the splinter and the shredder, right? Well, there was a shredder color for sure, the gray. Was there another one? Was there a 6th?
Yeah, there was a purple one. There was like the purple. Or wait, is that the Master Splinter one? I don't know.
I don't remember. They don't show it in here. They only do the turtle colors anyway. So apparently, in some warehouse in Europe, they found some Euro versions of the 4 main colors: the green with the blue, the purple, the red, and the orange. So it's got the certificate of authenticity. They're not knockoffs. They've got the special Cowabunga strap. They'd had a picture here. I could have just pulled it up bigger, but So it's coming from Discount Paintball. There's a warehouse. It's an eBay link. I checked it out earlier. I'll hop over there real quick so you can see the colors again. Most of them, I had like 6 colors left. I think the Michelangelo, they won't tell me for sure. It just does. Oh, no, it did say 6 there. One of them was like limited or only a few left, but roughly 6 or less left on each of them.
But yeah, so they're saying these aren't reprints. These are from the original run that, because like I said, they allotted so many to the U.S. and so many to Europe. And apparently there was a handful of these, 6 to 8 of each color that were in a warehouse that in a box or something got forgotten about but stumbled upon. So if anybody buys one of these, we'd love to hear, like, you know, send us a picture. Let's see the certificate of authenticity, the numbers. You know, it's apparently they're random numbers, which would make, I mean, would make sense if that was the case. So if one of you guys do end up picking up one of these, let us know. I mean, is it legit? Is it one of the originals? So.
Looks like it.
Seems to be.
It is $140 plus $12 shipping, at least to where I am. I think no, it's not on my account. So, you know, was that what they went for originally? $150 something?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, right. Yeah, $140. Yeah, because that's about the price of a special edition, like when they did the zebras and all that. So.
Cool.
But yeah, so if you're looking for a Cowabunga, it sounds like you might have another crack at getting one of the Euro ones. So
hurry up and order if you want one. All right, moving on from Cowabungas en masse, we've got there was Aftermath and NYX. There was controversy. You guys probably seen the memes. You saw the gifs. You saw the little video clips of the two teams yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Well, PbNation has their entire match from Ghost Sports, of course. So it's an hour-long video of all their matches.
So split deck, yeah. So you can watch LA Ironman versus Houston Heat.
It has the drama. It has some other little snippets we had heard. You know, it's the Ghost Sports telecast, just combined to be only those two teams playing each other. There was one snippet that we were laughing at, and I'm probably giving it away, but.
So come down, you can see the guy that's over. Actually, Mark moved.
Let me back it up.
So the guy that was down in the big brick. So obviously everyone's watching this match naturally to see all, you know, to see the chirping and all that stuff, you know, during and especially at the end between NYX and Aftermath. But around this 18-19 minute mark, it was actually a 3-on-1. It was, I believe, Fernandez. He's over in the big brick on the far side of the screen. Gets down to a 3-on-1, has no paint. No paint left.
Did you see what he's doing?
And he's picking up paintballs off the ground, and he ends up winning a 3-on-1 against Chad George and whoever else on Houston Heat. It's George going up in the snake, but George will end up getting up here in the 50, and eventually ends up getting shot out. So, so aside obviously from all the drama from that, of course, you know, it's a cool little clip in there you guys might want to see.
It's a great clip.
So, no, it was a good match.
So this is probably one of the best angles of him actually doing it. Goes down. Now, obviously, you don't normally want to be sticking dirty paint that's been on the ground, but thankfully the field was not soaked in that area. It was relatively dry and worked out for him. So, but then, so you got all the matches. Like I said, this is right from the GoPro simulcast. You have to watch it yourself. We don't have the sound on because it flags from YouTube. It's a lot of paintball action, but here's a little bit of the back and forth bickering that we heard so much about right after it happened. This is pretty public knowledge. So it's an interesting video, definitely worth the watch. When you got an hour worth of time, grab some popcorn, grab some beef jerky, and you know, what's the deal? Watch the damn video, son. Dresser, straight to the point. He doesn't pull any punches, but. Yeah, it's a fun video to watch. It's always interesting to watch pro teams at that level compete, let alone have all the extra drama and the weird stuff that you don't normally see. I can't remember. Can you remember the last time in a pro game you saw somebody grabbing, you know, old paint?
It happens. You'll see that once in a while, but I mean, for someone to pull out a 3-on-1 picking up old paint off the ground, I mean that's a rare. Yeah. I mean, you know, you'll see cats run out of paint, and you know, it's usually at that point you're, you know, it's trying to survive on a hope and a prayer, and hoping you can hit him with that lucky, you know, 2-3 ball stream. But so no, yeah, that was an awesome. So yeah, aside from just the the drama that everybody focused on, there was actually some cool paintball moments in there too. So
very cool. Moving along, not a new YouTuber, relatively new. He's had a channel for about a year. Nicky T, True Neurology. I'm sure I'm butchering that. Nick does. He started doing training videos, how to shoot better, how to play better. Has a nice little series. He has a Patreon channel. We've talked with him about possibly doing a collab in the future. But he's delving into more content. He's doing reviews. He's getting guests. Like, this is a sports optometrist talking about how important your eyes are and how they affect what you're doing. Reviewing the AccuLock barrels. A variety of stuff. So, just showing support for a fellow YouTuber, a fellow paintball person. Go check out Nicky T, Turnerology. I'm sure I'm butchering that horribly. He is a British gentleman. He has the English accent, which means you can probably understand him better than you can understand me and my Midwestern slang and twang. But props to him for getting in the game, and like I said, maybe he should go and post on our check out my channel thing, and me and Tony and Joe can get into it a little bit more. But just show him some support. He's at under 1,000 subscribers right now.
Trying to get over that 1K hump. It's hard, man. I know that grind. I've been there. So
and you don't make any money on YouTube under 1,000 subscribers either. So if you want to keep seeing the type of content he puts out, give
him a sub.
Yep, check him out. Heading back to NXL Vegas, Fava Photography. Tony and I talked about him a little bit.
Dude, that's a cool picture.
That is a cool picture. The ball breaking. He's got some great shots.
Like the barrels broke off.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, it's one of the Mac Dev guns. It looks like the front the front tip of the barrel's gone. What the heck?
Oopsie. But George from Fava Photography, he's been posting stuff. He's been getting a little bit of more of a limelight on PbNation, I guess, on the front page anyway. Some great photos.
Cool
awesome
shot.
Action shots, yeah. So
Roberts, all right. Cool shot.
Go through, check out. Now I know these are the highlights. I don't know if he's got a ton more where you can go and find yourself. But you know why these are the highlights. I'm going to give you a little photography insight here, little dirt. Don't post 3 million photos of the event. This picture here of whoever this is sliding. That's the only picture we see of him sliding. We don't see the 19 that he took of him running up to do the slide. We don't see the shots of him scrambling up to the bunker after. This was the best shot out of that series.
We don't see the blurry one.
Yeah. Same thing at the dive.
It's a cool picture. It's really good.
He had more than just that shot, but he went through and went, this is the best one. And that's how you get a reputation at being a good and great and a professional, is you don't show the crap or the 9 million versions that incorporate up to it. So I'm not going to show all his pictures. We want you to go check it out yourself on PbNation, and then go give the guy some support on his own websites and socials. I'm sure all the links are in here somewhere. There's his Patreon. He's got his goals and stuff. So go show him some love, show him some support. He does some great work. We were excited to talk about him last time, and these are great as well. But this is the thing, the paintball news you've been waiting 20 minutes to see.
NXL Texas Open. Here we go. The field layout's up. Everyone's been itching. So the layout, guys, it actually, for Texas, it came out, typically the layout comes out 2 weekends before. So you got 2 whole weekends to practice, and then you'll have the event. The event's first weekend in May. If you guys notice, the layout actually came out a week early. Some people are crying. Why? Because paintball, everybody cries. Now they're like, what, 3 weeks? Oh my God. Well, Easter is the, 20th and 21st that weekend. So Easter Sunday is the 21st. A lot of people probably won't be practicing or might have family stuff. So NXL released the layout a week early. Worked out perfect for us because we have our tournament series, which is the Northern Extreme Paintball League, the NXPL. So we're actually going to be using the Texas Open layout for our event. It actually timed out perfectly. We'll have this weekend, next weekend to practice, and our event's April 27th and 28th at Hell Survivors in Pinckney, Michigan. So looking for an awesome tournament league, 5-man. We offer X-Ball as well, cash prizes, great cash prizes at that. check out nxplevents.com. This is a field layout we're going to be using, and you'll be able to practice this at Lone Wolf Paintball in Lennox Township this Saturday, April 13th, Sunday, April 14th for our first all-you-can-shoot of the season. If you haven't been to one of our all-you-can-shoot practices, legendary practices, $70 a guy, unlimited paint, guys. I bring out a couple skids, set it right next to the field. There's air stations there, tents for you guys, and we just go ham. We just play a ton of points. So if you're playing Texas, if you're playing the NXPL, come out and practice. And we're gonna have airball up the rest of the whole season at Lone Wolf. So every single weekend now through September, you'll be able to play airball.
Wonderful. And if you can't make this all-you-can-shoot, how many more of them do you have this year?
Got 4 more. So we do an all-you-can-shoot before each NXPL tournament. So we do 5 events. So we'll have 5 all-you-can-shoots. And like I said, any other weekends, airball will always be up, always be available to practice for you guys. So.
And then do you always use NXL layout?
Not always. This time it timed out perfect. Like I said, our event was April 27th and 28th. They dropped the layout this week. It gave us 2 weekends for practice, so it timed out perfectly. Usually, you know, at least once or twice, we're able to coordinate and use an actual NXL one. We've used NXL Europe events sometimes, and then sometimes we just go find a random one. Like last year, we found a league that's in South Africa. I forgot the SFL or something like that, and they had a sweet layout, so we used that one for an event last season. So, but anyway, so let's get into the meat of it, boys. We're looking at this.
Yeah, we're gonna try something different, but before we start, so check this out, guys. Yeah, you didn't see that in the layout, did you?
Whoa! It's like a big old heart right in the middle.
Texas love. All right. But yeah, you guessed it. So we're going to do a little drawing on the screen, see how it goes. If we like it and you like it, we'll do it in future layouts. If you don't like it and just want to hear us talk about it, then screw it. We'll just talk about it. So if you want to grab the key, or if you want me to, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I mean, kind of looking at it, everybody always loves to check out the snake. What's going on down there. Super conventional. I mean,
There's nothing exciting about the snake.
Pretty much
standard run-of-the-mill, but
ladder textbook snake, just all beams, one straight line, just small cakes in there. Nothing creative with wings and wedges and giant bricks or trees or anything like that. So snake's going to be real basic. We were actually messing around on Guns Up. If you guys have a chance, you go to Guns Up. They do the 3D rendering layouts where you can kind of walk the field and everything. But kind of my first look, I mean, back line's it's a little thin back there. I mean, you got a can, which is nice, a can in the Maya Temple. So obviously, I mean, you're going to have a lot of guys playing off that can, playing at the Maya Temple. I mean, I can see a lot of breakouts where guys are going to have, 2 shooters behind the can. Someone's going to try and delay, that type of stuff.
Hanging out there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the bunkers, we were looking at, like you said, the 3D layouts. These bunkers are pretty big, so when you're at this, I mean, you've got some protection.
Yeah, it
looks more open from the top down than it actually is, I think. But it's still a long run to the snake. It's still a long run there. There was one, right there? You could have almost a straight shot all the way through can to can, unobstructed. Same thing here with this, back Dorito kind of thing. There's some,
Yeah, no, that's what they have. When I noticed, like when I first looked, I was like, man, it's a long run to the snake. It's gonna be tough to get in because sometimes they'll break the snake up where there'll be sections of it, so it's a little bit closer to the back line. I mean, you got a little bit of a haul. I mean, because that's what 5, 15, 25. Yeah, I mean like where the back
each
end,
of these are 10 feet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
10,
yeah, so
20, 30, 40.
Yeah, where the back of the snake is, it's 30 feet off the So I mean, you definitely got a little bit of a run, but with like Mark was saying, the giant brick up in the center, the big wings, that does provide a little bit of protection. So it's going to be definitely interesting to actually walk the field and see it set up. Like Mark said, when you look back down the center, though. Yeah, because everything, they got all the big bunkers on the one side, but yeah, that center's going to be definitely going to be some paint flying back at you. That's what's nice about getting rid of the wall. That opens up a lot of stuff, so you're going to have to move and get into a bunker. And the Dorito side is, yeah, I mean, again, it's pretty standard. I mean, all the Doritos just in a straight line, so just kind of get in there and skip down the field. Going to find the one that has the best shots.
I mean, it is nice because I mean, you said this is what guys are used to, so you can do your hopping in between the bunkers, and there'll be a lot of snap shooting going down on that end and on that end, on both sides, Snake and Dorito side. So hopefully there'll be a lot of paint. I mean, that's the one thing I think I've noticed since I've started filming is compared to the old days, the early 2000s. You don't seem to see as much paint in the air at any given time, and I don't know how much of it was because of the way the bunkers were laid out, so they were blocking more, or if the guys are just getting more strategic. Balance of both, I'm sure, to a degree. But,
lower rates of fire now, and
so it'll be interesting. It's gonna be fun. I'll be filming Sunday a little bit, so we can get a feel for how it plays, and you guys can see what the footage will look like. I'm sure we'll go live on Instagram and Facebook too for a minute, just to give you guys some insight. But let us know your thoughts on the layout. What do you think? Are you excited to see how this is gonna play? Are you kind of like, it's kind of a standard layout,
it's paintball. I mean,
you know, like I said, top down, it's a little hard. Like I said, some of these bunkers are a lot taller than they initially feel looking at it this way. Let me pull up this.
Yeah, they got those other views.
You know, I mean.
But even here, though, it's like you got to be looking at it from ground level to kind of really see like what's going to be open and whatnot. So
no, it'd be good to see. It'd be exciting. So. I think that's going to do it for PbNation News. We will have an after show, so stick around for that. But before you leave, go to lonewolfpaintball.com, check out the online store. We got all the paintball gear you need to get out on the field, whether you're playing tournament or rec ball. So check it out. And all the newest gear now, we've got Luxes in stock. We've got the G-Tac 170Rs. We've got the Emax.
All the push stuff. I got every color of the push lenses now. A bunch of different colors of the goggles.
So more inventory than we've ever had, and it keeps growing. And if you don't see it there, shoot us an email or give us a call. We can probably get it for you. And then head over to jerkyden.com. Obviously, get some of that best beef jerky in the game. And so when you're planning out your strategies, you're full.
Gotta have something to munch on, boys.
See you in the after show. Thanks, fellas.